Today's episode is about governance-grade telemetry. The one to remember, the default instrumentation drops the one field that makes your telemetry mineable, which is a stable run ID on every span. So, your agent's telemetry can look completely healthy, as you can see here. It can be green, the dashboard can be all green, all healthy. Every span is present, nothing is red. But from process mining pipeline point of view, it can't touch it yet because it can't tell which spans belong to which run. You can't, and the reason is that the default instrumentation tools almost never set it. So you have what you actually need is a stable, queryable ID that says, okay, all of these spans belong to this one run. So if you miss that field, is just observability grade, not governance grade. This is something that we have spoken about in the previous episode, of course. So it's healthy to a human, but not mineable by a machine. This episode is about the mineable part by a machine. So here I want you to picture the whole pipeline. You have your agent code, you have auto-instrumenters, you have exporter, you have a backend sync. The ecosystem in itself is OpenTelemetry as the standard, and then you have auto-instrumenters like OpenInference, OpenLLMetry, or OpenLIT, which will do the wrapping, and a sync like Langfuse or Phoenix. Thing is, you have your whole structure across the whole thing. That's the free part that we got from episode 5. Now, to get a stable run ID, to go from here to here, we need to inject it here at the starting part. So it rides on every span all the way down, one field injected early, and it needs to survive every hop of the pipeline. So here, let's go through a before and after. So this is the before. You have your spans here. Everything looks present, but you have no case or run ID. And if I try to mine it in a random way, then that will create only chaos. So it will look complete, it's of course, and it's not a run you chose, and it's gonna break across multiple traces. So that's the before. Now the after, I'm just gonna allocate the same ID to all of the elements of my span of the same tree. And as you can see, you set it up once at the top and it's going to be inherited. So you set it up here and it's inherited in all the children. Nothing else has to move, but now every span is groupable into this one run. And this one is now distinguishable from every other one because we have an ID now. So this is the main idea of episode 8. So after we introduce our ID, this is what we will be able to do. As you can see here, you have your two groupings. So on the left, you can differentiate the different spans, and this is mineable. This is the whole point of this episode. So here, let's go through a checklist. First, take any agent's telemetry and audit it for 4 things. 1, is there a stable run or case ID per run? That's the first thing to check. Second, is it on every span or at least cleanly recoverable for every span? That's the second point you need to audit. Third, are the activity attributes, operation names, tool names reliably set? That's the third condition to check. Fourth, are the events actually being captured and exported, not silently in a buffer? That's the step to check. And finally, the idea here is that if you do not have all of these elements on your checklist, you are still in observability grade, you are not in governance grade. So you need all of this to be able to have a proper pipeline that can bring you governance.